My name is T.M. Vishal and I will be NA for today's meeting. I welcome you all to Millennium Toastmasters Club meeting number 533. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention some of the ground rules which we follow in Toastmasters. 1. Please turn off all of your electronic devices that will produce an audible sound. Second, as Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Third, please do not cross-talk. And fourth, please note this meeting is being recorded and it will be uploaded on YouTube for everyone to watch. As everyone in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. So I would request everyone to stand up and put your hand forward and repeat after me. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has an opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you. Our presiding officer for today's meeting is T.M. Rahul. So I would also request, I announce the start of the meeting and hand over the stage to presiding officer T.M. Rahul.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
One more time. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Rahul and I welcome you all to the 533rd meeting of Millennium City Toastmasters. We have been meeting here for more than 10 years now. Every Sunday, working on our public speaking skills and leadership skills to become an effective speaker and a better leader. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season with full of joy and relaxation.
Yes.
Great to hear. Now, this is the first meeting of the year. Let's embark on the journey of self-growth, improvement, learning, and building communications and networking. It's chilly morning out there as the winter has come. So let us have an energizer. I request you all to please stand up. What you have to do is that you have to clap 3 times. Let me So you have to clap 3 times and then wave at the right side and left side. Or you have to clap with the person on the right side and in the left side. Just make sure you do not hit the person on the other side. Okay? And be attentive. You have to do this exactly 3 times. Okay? So let us begin. Then exactly, you have to do exactly 3 times.
3 times this also.
Yes. Well, now you
Instruction
can,
was not very clear.
no issue. You can have your seat. Acha, let's try one. You have to do this exactly 3 times, okay? Like you have to tap 3 times, wave right side, wave left side, okay?
3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. Right side, left side.
It's only better.
Left side. Now
There
you
is a
have-
better eye distance.
Thank you for participating. Now it is time for the guest introduction. I could see a couple of guests here. I would request you to share something about you and the expectation from the meeting. Let us start with sir.
Actually, I would have guessed I came here as a parent
By the way, my name is Purushothaman. I reside in Sector 51. My son playing Kevin Rano is in 11th standard. Hopefully, he's going to be the youngest kid in your classroom, right? So we came here to see how this works, and I want to enroll him into this program. So, is that okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to take much time because I'm not a part of this team. Thank you very much. Maybe you can come and introduce yourself.
Yeah, you can introduce from there itself.
My name is Vivekanand, and I'm going to improve my personal growth by speaking, and I sometimes struggle in speaking. Like I become sometimes nervous in front of people. So I want to work on myself. So
Thank you.
I am Samuni Kari, parent of Kavitrano.
Hi everyone, my name is Anurag. So actually I'm a guest here and I just wanted to try out what the Toastmasters is actually like, because actually I wanted to improve my public speaking skills in 2023, but due to different reasons I wasn't able to. So I suppose this is my resolution for 2024.
Wow.
Hi folks, I'm Kadi. Yeah, similar to Anurag, I'm here to work on the public speaking skills and love that Toastmasters is a very collaborative environment for learning.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Millennium. So I'm planning to go for an MBA abroad. Before that, I want to improve my public speaking skills.
Thank you. You can introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Vincent. I reside in Sector 48, and I will be a Toastmaster soon.
Thank you. Now it is time to introduce the Toastmaster of the day. Today's Toastmaster of the day is someone who joined in September 2021. He has done graduation in production engineering and he has done postgraduate diploma in business analytics. He loves traveling with family and he loves reading non-fictions. And he is currently serving as VP Operation in Exicom Telesystems. He's going to talk about how you can use body and mind to achieve something. And how you can work with yourself to achieve something with efficient and effective outcome. Let us invite the very talented and the very experienced Toastmaster Vivekanand.
Thank you. Such a wonderful introduction. Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year.
Although there is a chilling outside, but there is a lot of warmth inside. I'll start with the quote. To think is easy, to act is difficult, but to act as one thinks is the most difficult. Shall I repeat? To think is easy, to act is difficult, to act as one thinks is the most difficult. And I'm sure each one of you would like to get some accolade in the new year. For the guest benefit, let me brief you about the structure of this meeting. In general Toastmaster meeting, we are having three portions. First one is prepared speech. There are four wonderful speakers. They are going to give speech today. They will share their experience. Then there is a table topic where you have to speak impromptu, thinking on the feet. And the last one is the backbone of the Toastmaster Club. That is evaluation. Evaluation is very, very important, and feedback is very, very important to grow further. So that is last section of the Toastmaster meeting, and then we will have some voting, some award distribution. But to start the meeting, let's have a laugh, and to make us laugh, there is a joke master rule. And today's joke master is someone who is an electronics engineer. He works in Striker and he loves traveling. So none other than Toastmaster Siddharth.
So good morning all.
Good morning.
And wish you all a very, very happy new year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. My body is shaking but not like Shami because of cold. So hopefully everyone had their new year resolution. One day I asked to my senior, why you don't go to gym? So he said that today people are in new year resolution mood. There is no place at all, even you cannot stand in that. So after 1 week, when resolution fever will be down, then I will go. So hopefully you are on your resolution and you will continue your resolution. So let's start joke. It is hard for me to crack a joke because I am a serious person. But let me try. So there was one person, many years he didn't get any promotion, any increment. He was very worried. One day he was too much worried, and because of this he couldn't eat food. He came back to home. When he was coming back home, on the way he stopped and sat down beside the road. He was just thinking, how can I get promotion? How can I get growth? And without growth, without promotion, there is no enough money. One saint was passing through that road. He said, what are you doing? He said, nothing. What are you doing here? Nothing. Okay, I am too much hungry. Could you please give me something food? Yes, yes, I have. He gave the food because he didn't eat that food, so he gave. Saint had it and he was too much pleased. What a delicious food. It looks like someone, Annapurna, has made food by himself, herself. Baba, this is made by my wife. What amazing. And definitely there is magic in your wife's hand. That's why she is making so much delicious food. Now you can tell me what problem you have. Please tell me. Baba, I am not getting any growth in my salary, in my career. Baba said, have you ever praised your wife for delicious food she makes? No, Baba. That's the problem. Kripa yahi ruki hui hai. Do one thing. Not finished yet. Do one thing. Go to your home and today after having food, just praise her for the delicious food. He did the same. Quickly he went. At reaching home, he said that, okay, give food, I'm very hungry. Wife served food. Quickly he finished. What a delicious food, amazing food. Really, every day you are making, but today's food was amazing, delicious. Beyond, I can't imagine. Wife went into the kitchen and took gallon. Every day I am making food. You never praise, but today I brought from neighborhood something is between you and me.
Who said you were a serious person?
Yeah, it was quite fun. Okay, back to the meeting. As I said, Toastmaster meeting is being evaluated from start to end. And there's a role for general evaluator. And today's general evaluator is someone who works with Maruti Suzuki and does a lot of analysis with the data related to cars. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Harjinder on the stage, and he will introduce other co-evaluator So Toastmaster Harjinder, over to you.
Good morning, friends. Good morning, Toastmasters, and good morning, dear guests.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Today, I am playing the role of a general velveter. So it's my pleasure to serve you as general velveters. So as a general velveter, I along with my team will be giving feedback during the evaluation section. And I feel that in the evaluation sections, we will be giving positive comments as well as suggestion for improvement. I along with my team will be giving suggestion for improvement so that we can become better towards our goal of becoming better public speaker. So to do that, I have team of evaluators. So today 4 speeches are there, so 4 evaluators are there, and then Anurag, Sonu, Toastmaster Dipanshu and Abhishek are evaluators today, speech evaluators, and then there are supplementary role players who will be evaluating in various aspects of the meeting, like timer will be playing the role of the timing, how we are managing time during the meeting, and then there is grammarian and counter. So I will be calling upon our tag team for today. So first I will call upon our timer of the day, Toastmaster Khushi, to describe her role.
Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
I am playing the role of Tempi Zero today. That in English means timer. Actually, I am learning Spanish. That is my New Year resolution. I hope I can do that. So as timer, I will be monitoring all of the speeches times and other times. For speeches, the speaker are provided 7 minutes. If they exceed 6 minutes, I will show them a yellow card. After 6 minutes, if at 6 minutes I will show a green card. At 6 minutes 30 seconds, I will show a yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will show a red card. And you will get 30 seconds to close. For table topics, I will show yellow card, green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes, and you will get 30 seconds to close. I wish you all the best. Please respect your time and others' time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Khushi, for explaining the role. And now I will call upon our counter of the day, Toastmaster Ankita.
Good morning all. Today I have AHA counter role, and I will look after all the filler words like well, but, so, you know, and sounds such as AHA, and repeated words like this means and this means that means, and round pauses. And I will submit my report in the end of the meeting. Thank you.
I feel that our counter role is very important. If we listen to our counter report, we will come to know a lot of improvement in ourselves, which we don't generally observe. Thank you, Toastmaster Ankita, for explaining the role. Now I will call upon grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Rhythm.
Good morning, everyone. I will be grammarian of the day. As a grammarian, I will be listening to each and everybody, and I will take note of improper usage of word, grammar, as well as good usage of word, pronunciation, and quotes. As a grammarian, my responsibility is also to provide the word of the day for today. So, word of the day for the day is accolade. Accolade is a gesture of award and praise. Synonym is acclaim. I would recommend each and every Toastmasters to use the word of the day during his speech, evaluation, and whenever they present. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Rhythm. So now we will be moving to the next segment of the meeting. That is the visually presented by Toastmaster Vivek. So I will hand over the stage to Mr. Vivek, and we will again come with our reports and the feedback during evaluation session. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajinder. Let's clap for all the evaluators. So we spoke about resolution, new resolution, correct? Okay, what is the two tools we have to do anything which belongs to us? Our body and mind, correct?
Yes.
So I'll be talking about our body and mind. Working with yourself is a vast topic. Even another 10 or TMOD session will not complete this, but we'll touch upon very couple of points there. So as we know, our body and mind, these two are resource for us, right? But also, the greatest battle we fight in the silent chamber of our own soul. The greatest battle we fight in the silent chamber of our own soul. How many of you agree? So, how many of you have heard the word akrasia? Akrasia. So let me explain you when you experience akrasia. Have you experienced you should do something? You should do something, but you never decided. Even that you should do something is in the best interest of your life. Have you experienced this?
Yes.
Have you? All of you?
Yes.
So we all have experienced the gracia. And this word is very old. Maybe 300 years BC, when Plato, Socrates and Aristotle, all the philosophers were there, and this word was discussed. So when we have feeling, I should do something, but I don't do anything, right? Even I don't decide. That is akrasia. It is related to procrastination, but it is not the same. What is procrastination? Delay. Very
Deferring the
wonderful.
thing.
When you know you have to do some action and you are delaying it. You are procrastinating. I mean, you wanted to answer email. That was number 1 in your to-do list. But once you touched your gadget, you started scrolling something else. And this happens with all of us. That is a procrastination. You have decided an action, but you are delaying for future or latter point of time. Akrasia is something, is a feeling which even you don't decide, but you know, I should do this. That feeling sometimes holds us in achieving our goal in the life. So that word is akrasia. There is no permanent cure or solution about this feeling of akrasia. But if we know what are those components of akrasia, we can at least recognize it and we do something about that. Am I clear? Yes.
Yes.
So there are 4 components of akrasia. One is some task. Some task I want to do, right? Some task should be there around which I am thinking to do something. Then desire. Even I know the task, but I don't have desire, then it's not akrasia. Then desire. Then a should. I should achieve that desire or complete that desire. And the 4th one is very compelling one, which emotional resistance to do that task. We don't do something because there is some emotional resistance not to do that task. Anyone can give now example of a Grazia to understand better, right? So let us understand this word. So it has got a lot of deeper meaning. Any example? Very common example would be related to our habit. Exercise. I should, those at least who have taken a resolution and went to the gym, at least they have done something. But there are more number of people who just, I will start gymming, maybe start of this year. I never started it. Never even put on my to-do list. So that was only I should. Gymming is a very good example.
Learning some new skills like
Learning-
dancing.
Learning or dancing, learning any new skills.
Waking
And
up, waking up early in the morning.
Waking up early in the morning.
Yeah. But we rarely do that. In fact, I rarely do that.
And that is very common for you, right? It's not related to successful or not successful, rich, poor, everyone is having this feeling to some extent. The only thing we have to recognize and why we don't do. Can somebody give any thought on this?
It is because we prefer short-term incentives rather than long-term. We generally prefer short-term incentives rather than long-term because
Wonderful statement, wonderful answer. Yes. We always want to do gratification in short term rather than long term objective. This is one answer, that's very correct. It's also called hyperbolic discounting. If somebody knows about biases, so hyperbolic discounting. We'll talk about this. Also, there's a very good article, competing priority. Sometimes, if if I do this, then my life is not going to be, I'll get some more challenge. So I don't do this. I think it is good, but I don't decide. I don't do that. I don't even initiate it. And one of the reasons is, if I do this, something else will bother me. So it can be far and near thinking. So we want immediate gratification. Some of the immediate things which is giving me either happiness or pleasure is holding us to do something bigger. And this is the common feeling. I would request each one of you just to reflect what is holding you to do something bigger. Hesitation is just its inability to express yourself. But since you are thinking in your mind and you should do it and you are not doing it. So, of course, hesitation is which prevents you to expressing with team or parents or anyone else.
Going to
Lack of self-control.
Lack of
Self-control.
self-control.
going out of your comfort zone.
Going.
From your comfort zone, basically. Going out from your comfort zone.
So why don't we go to out of comfort zone if when we think
Fear of losing something or someone.
Money.
because what emotional resistance is there?
Gravity of
Going out of comfort zone. What is emotional resistance here? Let's understand. Very good example. Because you want to be easy in this moment. You want to enjoy, relax in your blanket, right? Rather than waking up early in the morning and hitting the gym, right? So that is the emotional resistance. And this happens with many of us for a long time. And that results in frustration. Correct? I think timer has shown, she has shown red card, so I would stop here. But I can talk on this subject a lot, but maybe for next time. So akrasia is one feeling. Please recognize in yourself and try to do something. And you just identify a couple of things which elevates your life in a long term rather than short term. Okay, so I hope if you do at workplace, you will have some equality. Thank you. Now next section is going to be prepared speech. And the first speaker is Toastmaster Loken. And Toastmaster Loken, his evaluator is Toastmaster Anurag. So I'll request Toastmaster Anurag to read a speech objective for Toastmaster Loken.
Toastmaster Loken's speech title is The Way to Peace is Through Boredom. And today he is giving his third project, level 1 speech. And his pathway is presentation mastery. And the objective of this speech is to present engaging vocal variety and compelling body language. So, best of luck, Toastmaster Lokendra, for your speech.
Toastmaster Loken, the way to peace is through boredom. The way to peace is through boredom, Toastmaster Loken.
Continuing with the theme of working on yourself, acrasia, procrastination, I'm going to cover some of these things today. December, before the January came, before our resolutions came, there was a month, December. A month synonym with vacation. Although when we talk about vacations, everyone gets a different kind of image in their head. If I talk about you, if I say vacation, what is the first image that pops up in your head? Anyone?
Relaxation.
Okay. Enjoyment.
Enjoyment with family,
Mountains,
friends,
beaches.
going out.
Snow.
Yeah. So everyone has got different perspective, but there are some common themes: beach, mountains. To some people, it could just be about relaxing, just spending time with the family. Even I have similar opinions about it. Every December, I look forward to the end of the year, get some time, go to beach or mountain. This has been the trend. I anticipate eagerly for this time of the year. But this time, there was a departure. Departure from the trend. And this time, I was not thinking about beach or mountain. I wanted to do something different. So I didn't want to go to the beach, but I wanted to take a challenge which I had been looking forward to for a long time. So I decided to go for a 10-day silent Vipassana meditation retreat. And trust me, retreat is a very misleading word. It's anything but a retreat. We used to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. It's chilly winter, but 4 a.m. is the routine. We'll sleep by 9:30 and we'll be having a meditation routine of at least 10 hours a day. We'll have two modest meals, 6:30 a.m. in the morning, breakfast time, and then 11 a.m. lunch. That's your last meal. And you'll be sitting in long stretches, 1 hour, 2 hours. And by the half of the course, we don't even need to shift our legs. With practice, you can achieve that. I can testify. Before we talk more about it, how we achieve this, I even want to tell you that I've taken many challenges, physical or mental. I have gone to high altitude treks, winter treks, but this was still one of the most challenging things that I have ever done. Many of you must have meditated at some point in your lives, and I'm not sure for how long. We all acknowledge the importance of meditation. We all understand how it benefits us. Even some of us must have made some resolution about it, that we'll continue it this year. But we fail. I am no exception. I have also tried and failed. The first time I heard about Vipassana was many years back. I decided to go for it. I was checking the website, and each time I got no slot, I was happy that I was trying, but I didn't get the slot. So in 2022, around May or June, I decided that I'll just start small. I'll start with 5 minutes meditation every day. I'll start with guided mindfulness meditation. This was a successful attempt. After around 3 months, I could see the change. I was more mindful. I didn't need my mobile phone to be happy. I could just stay alone. I could go on a road trip or be in car and not look at my phone for hours. That was a big change for me. I could see a different level of happiness which I had never experienced before. So I wanted to experience and explore this technique in depth. That's why I decided to go for Vipassana. This is an ancient technique that was rediscovered by Buddha in around 2500 years back. So what exactly is the meaning of Vipassana? In the simplest term, it means to see the things as they are. You might wonder, that's exactly what we are doing every day. It's not exactly true. We look at the things and interpret in the way as we seem fit. We see things with our tinted glasses. But the Vipassana teaches you to see things as they are. Even your body sensations that we don't usually feel, you'll start feeling those as well. When we started this program, for the first 3 days, our only task was to observe our breath, just going in and out. Seems very simple and easy, right? It wasn't. Because 10 hours a day, 3 days, you are just observing your breath, nothing else. You are not supposed to change the pace or depth of it, just observe as it is. Initially, your mind floods with a lot of thoughts. Sometimes you are troubled as well with those thoughts. You are wondering why I am getting these thoughts. Your mind is conjuring a lot of fantasies, wandering in the past. It hardly takes you 10 or 15 seconds to focus, and it will wander and take you somewhere else where you don't want to go. It took me a lot of practice to stretch my focus period to just 30 seconds. I was happy about it. But over time, I started getting some clarity of thoughts. I started resolving a lot of thoughts that were coming. So I was getting flooded less with the thoughts now. I was eagerly waiting for the next thing that was coming. On the 4th day, they were going to teach us the actual technique of Vipassana. But it's already 11 p.m., but they haven't introduced yet. But finally they taught us, it is then again just the basic thing. Observe everything that is happening in your body. I was slightly disappointed, but I kept practicing. Over the period of time, I experienced the kind of peace that I have never experienced before. The true state of equanimity and the thoughtlessness. If you do not focus or meditate, probably you will not be familiar with the thoughtlessness of the state of that. I sensed that I have taken a step on the path that Siddhartha Gautam took 25 years back on his journey to the enlightenment. My ability to reach this point hinged on the determination that I want to complete this 10-day course. And I knew the path to peace passes through the boredom, so I stick to it. I embraced the boredom, and I encourage you to do the same, because if you want to be truly happy, then the way passes through the boredom. Thank you.
So we will observe 1 minute silence and we will give feedback to Toastmaster Loken. Already there is a link sent on the group. Please send link on the group. let me admit, this is one of my atrazia for attending this Vipassana course. Last year, my direct report with the plant manager, he went for 11 days course in Sona. Sona, there is one center of Vipassana. And he did it. And I spoke to my boss. He said, okay, you will go. But I have to take this. So, sir, really, Toastmaster Loken, I will try to learn from you. And also he said there are 10-15% people they leave second or third day.
Yeah, second day and the sixth day. That's where maximum people leave.
Feedback link is shared.
Link has been shared?
Yes. The guest can scan the QR code from your. Members can share the QR code with the guest so that they can share the feedback.
Thank you. You all have submitted feedback for Toastmaster Legend. So we'll go to the next speech. And the next speaker is Toastmaster Ankit. And his evaluator is Toastmaster Sonu. May I request Toastmaster Sonu to read his speech objective?
Good morning, everyone. Toastmaster Ankit Sharma is attempting level 3 project 1 in pathway presentation mastery. The speech title is Happy New Year. The objective of the speech is to deliver a persuasive speech. With this, all the best to Toastmaster Ankit.
Welcome, Toastmaster Ankit. Toastmaster Ankit, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Toastmaster Ankit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivekanand. And Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year to you.
You might have heard this a lot in last couple of days and said this to a lot of people, right? But if I tweak this a little bit and I ask it as a question, what can make this year a happy new year for you? And you have to give a quantifiable answer. For example, if someone says that this year my goal is to run a 40-kilometer marathon, that is something which can make me happy. Or maybe to learn a Spanish, that can make me happy, right? Everyone has their own goal, but it should be a quantifiable goal, something that can be measured, not something subjective, right? If someone says, I want to get married this year, that is going to make me happy. So that is something which depends on a lot of things. If your destiny is good, your luck is good, then probably you can find a good partner. Maybe this year or next year. It's not something that depends on your kind of work that you put in. So always have a quantifiable goal first. So anyone want to share their quantifiable goal for this year? Yes.
So I want to work on my health, and I will measure this by that how many pills I will be taking next year. So my goal is that I will be taking 0 pills next year. If I do that, then my health is improving.
Yeah, wonderful goal. Yeah. So you work in some company that sells pills.
Yeah, Tata Money.
So you are not giving business to your own company. that's not a good idea. But anyways, very good, a good goal for this year. Yeah, Toastmaster Abhishek. Yeah, anyway, so this is okay. Yes, Toastmaster Abhishek. You want to learn swimming? Scooty, yes. A very good, yes.
I want to wake up early in the morning.
You want to wake up early?
you want to become?
If you learn it.
Wake up early in the morning.
Therefore, these are the kind of goals that can be measured, that we can improve on, work upon. And if we work for them and achieve these quantifiable goals, then they can make us happy. So to be happy this year, the first thing is to have a quantifiable goal, not a subjective goal. Then the second thing is to plan for it. And planning these days is quite easy. You can go on YouTube or any online platform. There are these, for example, if you want to run a 40-kilometer marathon, then there might be a lot of people who have done it already. So they can give you a plan like 4 months. In the first month, you have to run 1-2 kilometers every day. In second month, maybe on the weekends, run 10 kilometers and 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers. So planning is not difficult. The most difficult thing is the third step, which is execution. This is the most difficult thing. As Toastmaster of the day, Vivekanand said that to think it's easy. To do what we think is very difficult. So execution is the most difficult thing, because when we are planning for something, when we are setting up a goal, we are so charged up. We are so excited, like we are going to conquer the world. But when it comes to do the boring part, on day-to-day basis, executing that thing, it becomes very difficult. For example, you said that in Vipassana, a lot of people leave on 2nd and 6th days. So the idea of it to go to Vipassana is quite interesting, and people get excited. But when they actually do it, when they execute it, it becomes a very boring thing to do. So execution is very difficult. And I wanted to share my own way of how I am trying to work with it. And before that, I want to share an interesting fact that 80% of people give up on their New Year goal by February, and only 6 to 8% people stick to their New Year goal by the end of the year. So I plan in sprints. If you see, this is a 3-week sprint, and so whatever I'm trying to do, I just note it down on every single day what I have done, and I try to maintain this chain and not try to break it. So after 2 weeks, I have this pressure that I have already done it for 2 weeks consistently. For next 3rd week, I am not going to leave it in between at any case. And it is always in front of my, whenever I document for a day, it's always there, so I try to document it. So it is working very well for me. So to execute something well, the good idea is to do it consistently. If you have read the Compound Effect book, anyone of you have read Compound Effect?
Yeah.
Okay. So you might already be knowing, and basically, even if you are not read, it's basically talks about doing something consistently, taking something not very significant steps, simple steps consistently can make a huge difference. That's what this books talk about. So do it consistently and don't plan for 4 months at once. Plan in sprints, like 2 to 3 weeks at a time. Because I will tell you what the issue is. Like, one of my friends is a very hard drinker. He drinks a lot on 2 days, and next days he spends in hangover. So for 2-3 days he's totally, he cannot do anything consistently. That's what his issue is. And even for people like me, I binge watch TV series and try to finish the TV series in 2 to 3 days itself. So this is the issue, that sometimes I miss the consistency, because 2 to 3 days goes in those things and I am not able to focus on other things. So what I do, I plan for 2 to 3 weeks, and maybe after that, in 2 to 3 break I take for 2 to 3 days, and in that I can watch the TV series and maybe plan again for 3 weeks. So this is something which is working for me, and I wanted to share this with all of you. So have a quantifiable goal, plan well, and focus a lot on execution. Manage your distraction, and I hope you are going to have a happy New Year. Thank you very much.
So let's all observe 1 minute silence and give feedback to Toastmaster Ankit. Time 1 minute is over. Okay, we'll go to the third speech, and the third speaker is someone who's a very profound speaker. She works with Henkel. She is a marketing professional and chemical engineer. And her evaluator is Toastmaster Dipanshu. Oh, Toastmaster Dipanshu. Good to see you. Please have Toastmaster Aparna's speech objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, everyone. Toastmaster Aparna is giving a speech from Pathways Presentation Mastery. It's the speech from Level 4, Project 1. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. I wish all the best to Toastmaster Aparna. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, welcome Toastmaster. Poor little Buzzo.
Poor little Buzo.
Buzzo. Poor little Buzzo. Toastmaster Aparna. All the best.
Yes or no, have you ever had a heartwarming experience with an animal which left a mark on your soul? Yes?
Yes.
I'm sure each one of you in this room had such experience and to share with us, right? I also have a little furry story of my loyal companion who left an embedded mark on my soul. The rich tapestry of our Indian culture not only shares the warmth to humankind, but also towards the creature who live with us on the planet. As being raised in an Indian Brahmin family, our cultural ethos has a profound values towards acting, having a service towards the animal. When I was conceived by my mother, she started embedding this seed of compassion by acting a regular practice of servicing cows, feeding to the stray dogs, and taking care of the birds. When I was a kid, she taught me to regularly practice the feeding or towards the birds and provide some water. Even the first food or the first chapati which is being made in our house was made for the cow, and the last chapati was used to be made for the dogs. I wanted to have a dog as a kid. All my life I cried for it that I wanted a dog. But my mother said you're not responsible. I felt a little bit dejected. However, 5 years ago, my wish was half fulfilled. My neighbor got a dog. They adopted the dog for having some sort of their healing process they were going through. More than my neighbor, I own that dog. I was feeding him regularly. I took him for the morning walk. I even went with him for an evening walk. Since we were staying in the ground floor and they were staying in the second floor, the dog used to have a habit of coming downstairs. Every 5 o'clock, I used to go out with him for an evening walk. That little puppy, I had so much of ownership of that dog that even the name of the dog was given by me. So his name was Bruzo. It was about to reach 5 o'clock within 15 minutes, and I was finishing my regular presentations. And it was the moment I was about to finish my email communication. It was 15 minutes. I saw something on the window, and there was some sound behind my room, and some bang noise happened. I said, "What's happening?" In the moment of realization, I looked behind. There was nothing. Everybody started screaming, crying, and the huge noise coming in front of my window. In 5 seconds of my realization, I realized that was a bruiser who fell from the 2nd floor to the ground floor. I was shit scared. I had no capacity to even go out and see what happened. I started crying and went into a state of shock. For some seconds, I could not process what exactly happened. I went slowly into my room and started crying for help, and I do not wanted to hear the noise which that dog was making. And I said, "God, please help, 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 help." And I did this for 15 minutes. And I don't know what happened in those 15 minutes. I came out of my room after 15 minutes because I was so exhausted and I wanted to face that fate. However, no one was around and everything was wrapped up. I went to my mother and she said that we served him some sort of water. His neck was completely broken and he was taken to a vet, and we do not know what will happen next. I was so furious and crying and literally screaming in front of my mother. She wiped up my tears and asked me to sit and gave me some water. And I was saying, how can this neighbor will be so irresponsible and uncaring towards that dog? They did not even put a latch on the door. And what my mother said next really took me a surprise and gave me a reality check. She said, "So were you. You were also irresponsible." I went into a denial state. No, that cannot be possible. But it was the truth. It was a reality check. Instead of helping that dog, I went inside the room and started crying. Did my cry help him? No. I have no shame of accepting that I was afraid. But I did not help that dog. My mother said, all your life you said you love a dog. You can take care of a dog. And this is the example of irresponsibility. I never want you to have a dog because of this reason. In the need of that dog, you left him. And which is completely unacceptable. Love demands action. Love demands responsibility. If you want to have a dog, take care like it's your own baby. What if instead of that dog, it was your mother? Would you have gone into the room and left me on the deathbed? No. Right? So I leave you with this message. If you want to own a dog or if you want to own any pet, have the responsibility of taking care of that dog. It's not for the Instagram good reads, good post, and the videos. You have to take the ownership. And that's the true warmth which you can extend to the pet or the animal in your life. Thank you so much.
So we'll observe 1 minute silence to give feedback to Toastmaster Aparna. the last speech, and the speaker is someone who is very senior professional in HR. She works with Tyson. So we will request our evaluator, Toastmaster Abhishek, to read the speech objective.
The objective of the speech to deliver a persuasive speech. The persuasive speech is all about convince the audience with your viewpoint or with your speech. Her pathway is presentation mastery, and the project she is going to deliver is the level 3 and project 1. And today she is going to deliver an interesting speech. The title of the speech is Tultul Nanda. So the basic
Toastmaster shall be Tultul Nana, Toastmaster. Over.
What do you think this is? No prizes for guessing, right? Look at this once again. What do you think this is? Rocket? No prizes for guessing still. What if I add a little bit of a flutter to this and put a little bit of a beat like this? What do you think it could possibly look like? A bird? But how do we actually know what this is? How do we know what really this is? We are all looking at this from our own perceptions, from our own way of looking at things and relating to, yeah, it does look a little bit like an aeroplane because we have seen an aeroplane. Okay? So I asked my son last evening to make me a prop for today's speech, and this is what he made me. And after that I started thinking, what do I really want to talk about? And he and I kind of discussed for 5-10 minutes our own thinking, our own perceptions of what this really is, and that formed the subject of my speech today, which is Thul Thul Nan Nan, and I'll talk about what this really means. But before I go there, let me share another example with you, right? What is reality? So a couple of weeks back, I went to my morning workout, morning gym, and I started my warm-up. Okay, so I'm doing my warm-up squats in the morning, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, I look so good. I have lost like good at least 5 kgs. 6 months I'm going to participate in Mrs. India competition that's happening. Damn, I'm so good. And I'm feeling so excited top of the world, right? 2 minutes later, I go to the other side and I start my dumbbells. Okay, so I'm doing like my back biceps. And I look into the mirror and I see a relatively more rounded person in the mirror. And I'm like, I don't think I've lost any weight. I rather am looking more plump. And I'm suddenly feeling, damn, what have I done to myself in the last few months coming to this gym? I'm suddenly feeling so low. A minute from there, I was totally numbed standing in the gym. And I'm like completely in silence, just thinking, damn, who really am I? Am I this Mrs. India, like super cool character that I was feeling, or am I this rounded pumpkin that I just saw a minute back? Or am I something else that I don't even know? Right? What is the reality? Or is it just a perception? And like possibly some of you know that I love to do, I get very curious and then I think, and I go deeper into pretty much everything. And then that started making me question that how do I really know how I look? What is a reality? Is an aeroplane a reality? Is a rocket a reality? Or there is something else that I don't have a reference point to? And then it got even weird. Because then I started thinking, damn, I have never, with my own 2 eyes, ever seen myself from top to bottom. big fake lies. And that's why every shopping mall has a mirror at a certain angle, and that makes you look so pretty and beautiful every single time. Or I have seen click, 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 selfies, photos, all of that, right? And we all know what they do to us, right? A certain angle, damn, I look so good. And a certain angle, oh, I look plump, delete. Damn, but then what's the reality? Who knows? At best, what I've seen is my nose of my face. That too a little bit hazy, right? I haven't seen the reality. Now, I had to find some answer to this. How do I really know? Who am I and how do I feel? And my feeling is dependent on what something else is telling me, an object is telling me, or a person is telling me. So if somebody tells me, Shilpi, you look so gorgeous today, I feel so good. And if somebody tells me, why aren't you feeling well? And I suddenly feel bad. How do I get in control of what I really feel and who am I in reality? So after doing a lot of manthan of this for multiple days together, I realized only one thing is true. The reality is what you see inside out and not what you see outside in. The reality is not what a mirror is projecting on you. The reality is not what somebody else is telling to you. The reality is only what you see yourself as and what you see makes you feel. So I finally got to 3 big questions. Okay, and today I want to give that 3 big questions out to you. Feel free to take it or leave it. But this is what I do every time I want to know how am I looking, how am I feeling, whatever. Right? I ask myself just 3 questions, and these 3 questions are very simple. H, H, L. H, H, L. I ask myself, do I feel happy today? Do I feel happy today? H. The second H. Do I feel healthy today? Do I feel healthy today, right now? And the last one, L. Do I feel loved today? And if the answer to all these 3 questions are yes, yes, and a yes, damn, I feel good about myself. And I don't care what a mirror is telling me or what somebody else is telling me. I feel good. And that's my only single reality. And that's why I chose Thul Thul Nan Nan. Shadow, shadow. No good, no good. Everything that's outside in is a shadow, which is no good, no good. What you want to see, the reality, is what you see inside out. Thul Thul Nan Nan. Thank you so much.
Let us observe 1 minute silence to give feedback to Toastmasters. Shilpi. Thank you. Great. So now we are going to move to another section of Toastmaster meeting, that is table topic, which we also call impromptu speaking. And today's table topic master is Toastmaster Vishal. So Toastmaster Vishal will tell us rules and regulation of table topic. Over to Toastmaster Vishal.
Thank you, Toastmaster and Vivekanand, for the introduction. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today, I am your table topics master, and I am here to take you to a journey of self-improvement in these table topics. Today, we have a very interesting theme today, which is working on yourself, and this table topics is another step for you to work on yourself. This really helps you improve a lot of your skills, and which you do not even think of it. This is helping me in these areas also. Table topics is not just about speaking on the go, it's also helping you thinking on the go, organizing your thoughts very fast, and then delivering a concise and compelling response. And it's making you all, helping you, making it all round and making helping you all, giving you an all round development in terms of coming out as a confident speaker. This can help you. This really can help you create good friends, a good network, grow professionally, cracking interviews, and throwing a good impression in nearly all of these areas. To your benefit, we have some approaches to master this skill. One of it, I think, audio approach is something which a lot of us, the regular members, would know, but for the benefit of guests, we have an approach called audio approach, where if you are given a topic, you first form an opinion and talk about what is your opinion about it. Then you give a reason of your opinion. Why did you form this opinion? Then you quote an example, basis your personal story or something else story, some other else story, which makes you believe that this is why you believe with this example, and in the end, you finally reiterate that opinion. This is a very popular approach and would help all the guests and members to speak for 2 minutes. Second approach which you can use, and mainly when you are talking about a story, is a STAR framework or STAR approach, which is called, so S stands for situation. If you are talking about some story in the past, you talk about what was the situation like. T stands for task. What was the task in hand? A stands for action. What was the action you took? And R stands for result. What was the final result? Right? That is how you form your opinion. So yes, all the members and guests are welcome to come on the stage and speak and participate in this fun competition. And yes, I think we have the timer as well. She already told about all the timing rules. So yeah, I think let's start this fun and our journey to personal and professional growth. So I would first want to call upon our regular member so that the guests can understand, and then I think guests can follow post that. So yeah, please raise your hands. Please choose a number between 1 to 20.
7.
Okay. So your topic for today is discuss a memorable challenge you faced that significantly contributed to your personal development. Discuss a memorable challenge you faced that significantly contributed to your personal development. Over to you.
A memorable challenge that contributed to my growth. There are so many things in my life that have happened and I evolved through those experiences. I can tell you one specific thing. I used to be very notorious and mischievous child in my childhood. And my parents were teachers and very known, reputed personalities in that area. And having a kid like me was a nemesis for them. Over a period of time, I switched to different schools. I studied in Kendriya Vidyalaya, then I moved to another school. And in most of the schools, my teachers were not so happy with me because of the obvious reasons. But when I reached the grade 8, there I found that a couple of, maybe 2 students there, they earned very high respect from their teachers. And the reason for them, for that particular behavior was that these guys were kind of very polite, very knowledgeable, and they used to spend time ahead, like preparing ahead of the session or school teaching. So it's not about the learning, but the respect they gain from their teacher. We all respect our teachers, but teachers respect very few students. So that particular incident, like I also want to be a respected student in my school, and then I started learning or imitating them, what they are doing really changed the personality that I had earlier. So the impact was so profound that after being a mischievous student in 8th grade, when I passed out of that that school in 10th grade, I had my name on the honor board in the school. I stood first in 10th class. Thank you.
I think that was really an interesting story told by the Toastmaster. Next, now I think time for the next one. Please raise your hands. Please sir. Welcome PM Anurag. Please choose a number from 1 to 20.
19.
So your topic is, imagine you have a magic mirror that reflects your inner qualities. What would it reveal about your strengths and areas for growth? Imagine you have a magic mirror that reflects your quality. What would it reveal about your strengths and areas for growth?
So hello everyone, my name is Anurag and I'm sure there are a couple of other Anurags here as well. So as you might have put the topic, I have to talk about a magic mirror that reflects some of my inner strengths and areas of improvement. So obviously I would like to start with the part which is good for me, which are the strengths. So coming to the strengths, I feel like I always like to challenge myself, even though they scare the shit out of me. So I don't know if you can notice this, but my legs are trembling right now. But the reason for that is, I feel that you can't really grow if you stay in your comfort zone. And that is something that I have really imbibed within me, for the simple reason that, so I feel that I have improved my speaking skills in general from the time I was a younger kid. I was one of those typical shy, introverted, the nerdy kind of kids, right? And it was only through constantly pushing myself that I was able to grow out of it. And now I'm on stage over here. So that is one of, I think, the major strengths that I have. And along with that, I try to do the right thing always. But I mean, obviously you can't do the right thing every time, so it backfires at times. Now coming to the areas of improvement, this is actually, so as every coin has two faces, this is actually the second face of the first point that I mentioned, which is me always trying to grow. So that somewhere comes from a place of being too hard on myself, which is why I always keep telling my friends not to be too hard on themselves, because I know what it feels like. That being said, I think if I can just improve on that one aspect of my life where I can keep growing, but without necessarily having to taunt myself through that process, I think that would be the most helpful thing and the most beneficial thing that I can do. So I think that these are the strengths and the areas of improvement that I have. Thank you.
Thank you, PM Anurag. I always think it's also important to introspect yourself if you want to work on, if you want to work on yourself and improve yourself. And first thing to introspect is what are your strengths and what are your areas for growth. So I think Anurag has really told us about his areas of growth. He's identified his areas of growth, he's working on it, and that is really commendable. Next, I would want to call two speakers on the stage for the session. Yeah, please raise hand.
Yeah.
Two speakers.
Yeah.
Two speakers.
Yeah. This is a situational table topic, and it's kind of a funny plus related to one of the life skills, a very important life skill. Imagine you both went to a restaurant to eat. You both are friends and went to a restaurant. One of you is a vegetarian, and teetotaler. Other is a non-vegetarian and has alcohol. And the bill is, imagine it's 2000 when you ate for 400 rupees, he ate for 1600 rupees. Now you have to convince him to split the bill equally, and he will oppose it. Yeah.
Okay. I never do this kind of thing.
That's the challenge with them topics. So So the situation is that I need to convince him first. So I enjoyed the party most. I had some alcohol and then non-veg items also. So I think Piyush, we enjoyed the time together and we discussed the topics during our discussion. So it's not about the things we had in our dinner in this time. It is about the time spending time together, discuss our college time. So that was more important that we could took out time and discuss these things and spend time in this beautiful restaurant.
So what do I do?
You have to convince him. Yes, so we should basically divide the bill.
Okay. I think this is the line you told me every time. You always prefer non-vegetarian, and that's always every time the bill is like 80% is yours and 20% is mine. And every time you say this line that we are good friends, we always talk about the college. This can't work every time, right?
Yes.
I think he is convinced.
But the thing is that
he's ready to kill.
He feels happy now.
So I'm a bit high now with alcohol, so
You still have a smoke.
So next time I will for sure we will have some party together. At that time I will pay. This time I am not. Let's divide it.
Again, the same excuse you did. How can I be so convinced that next time you will not do this and you will pay more?
Actually, my birthday is coming, so we will have party. Sure, I will give.
Okay, convinced.
I think a great show shown by TM Piyush and TM Harjinder, and great convincing skills shown by TM Harjinder with great points. So kudos to that.
Two guests. We can call two guests now.
I think I would want to call upon two guests now on this stage. So situation for you both is you need to plan an imaginary trip together, discussing destinations, activities, and overall travel experiences you would create. Plan an imaginary trip together. Imaginary, it can be very fascinating and creative. Discussing destinations, activities, and travel experience. And what do you?
First one, I want to ask you, what's your dream?
What's my mood? Mood. People have always promised me they will get me more, but no one ever does. Maybe you can.
First, I have to become the astronaut, then we can do At least we can plan a practical field, we can do.
Okay, what's practical?
Goa.
Goa.
We can go to beach and enjoy like the scenery.
Okay, and? What do you want to see me?
In Goa, we have the scenery, we can like
Beaches or the valleys? Okay.
and the boats, but in mood, everything is dark. What is There's no gravity over there, so you always jump on the beach.
Isn't that too much fun? Being unconventional. Okay. So what do you want to do? What else are you going to do in Goa?
We can plan.
Right now.
And do some other things.
I'm telling you the more we can make some aliens.
You want to
Humans
study
are.
like this?
Yeah, that's one thing. Alright then. What is the middle ground between more
in Goa we can like go to many places. Like first one is always the beach. Then there are so many places that we can go across. So it will be a nice trip for us.
Right. So many hesitations, zero gravity. All that. I'm not convinced which one.
I think that was a hell of a travel experience, and we could not find out the middle zone between Goa and Moon. We'll do it next time, for sure. And I'm glad guests are showing good, showing creative ways to basically on this stage and showing that more kind of confidence. So yeah, really good. We can clap. Yeah, time for the next one, please. Raise your hand. One only.
Give out the chance. If two volunteers are needed, then I.
One.
So then get
Please choose a number to one and one. So your topic is describe a random act of kindness you performed recently and how it contributed to your personal growth. Describe a random act of kindness you performed recently and how it contributed to your personal growth.
I get 30 seconds to think.
Yeah, you will. You are the timer, so you can take it.
Hello again, everyone. So, the recent act of kindness was I know cooking a little bit, and my younger sister, she wanted to learn, but from me, because she want to bake a pizza or pasta or Maggie or chai. These are only 4 things which I know, and she wants to learn that only. So I made her learn that. That was the kind of kind. That was me being kind. Because I am really very cruel at home, very aggressive as everyone else is there. So basically, I was teaching her by being kind. Bake it, stupid. You can do it, stupid. And in the end, that was really very bad experience. But for me, I was being very kind. Pour some salt, please. Some more. Hold. She was being really stupid as always. But it really helped me in my personal growth. I can see where I lack in teaching and in cooking as well. Thank you so much.
So TM Khushi has shown us that every act can teach something and help you grow personally. And a random act of cooking has really helped her. Time for the next one.
So this would be last. One guest, one member. Okay.
I would request the guests to come here.
And one member.
Even both the guests we have.
Yeah.
Dono people are.
Yes, give another situation.
Okay. So your topic for today is imagine you both have the ability to talk to animals for a day. Discuss the funny conversations you would have with different animals. Imagine you both have the ability to talk to animals for a day. Discuss the conversations you would have with different animals and things you would want to know and things you would want to talk to them. So yeah, over to you.
So I saw a pigeon in the morning today. Okay. I waved hi to the pigeon. It was standing right outside my window. I asked it how it was doing. What did he say? He said he just woke up. He asked me what I'm doing, staring out outside the window. He asked me to do something. What did he ask me to do? He asked me to open the window and cook him some food.
And what food did you eat? I talked to a crow this morning. I couldn't understand. He was very bad in pronouncing whatever he wanted to do. Okay. So what did you cook then?
So, I had something in the fridge, but I couldn't take it out in front of the pigeon. Do you know what it was?
Eggs?
Yeah, something similar. So I had some chicken in my fridge.
Okay.
So I just took it out from the fridge and then the pigeon saw it. So the pigeon was like, is that for me? And I was like, do you think this is good for you? So, and then the pigeon told me that, sure, I can try tasting it. And then I ended up making this chicken piece, ended up giving it to the pigeon, and then it started talking about, is this what you eat? It started giving me gyan first thing in the morning.
So you should have given the chicken to me. I would have given it to my dog. He loves it. Thank you.
Now that was some hilarious conversation between pigeon and our fellow guest. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I think it's time for the real topic session today. Thank you all for being so generous and showing us the space of your enthusiasm and taking one step towards your personal growth. We'll have some accolades at the end for the best table topic. Yeah, thank you.
What a wonderful and fun table topic session was, right?
Yes.
Okay, now we are coming to the next and last session of tabletop Toastmaster meeting. So feedback is the breakfast for champion. Now set of evaluators, they will give feedback to all wonderful speeches. All 4 speeches were really good. To carry out this evaluation section, may I request Toastmaster Harjinder to come over the stage.
So as Theodore rightly pointed out, that feedback is breakfast for champions. But thinking of the situation of the members in the meeting now, I think we should have a sub break maybe, or maybe some deep breath, 2-3 deep breaths, like Lokendra told us. So maybe you do with me 2-3 times. Breathe out. One more time. So, having this feedback as a breakfast, please be patient with us, like we do, like Lokendra was very patient in his Vipassana, and we will be having a bit longer session. First, we will start with speech evaluations. So, we will start with our first speech evaluator, Toastmaster Anurag. Toastmaster Anurag is going to evaluate Lokendra's speech. All the best.
Thanks, Toastmaster. So, Toastmaster Lokender now starting with, he started by continuing the Karajia topic that Vivekanand is discussing about. So this is good thing. He continued it and he entered into the stage really well. Post that, I noticed he also fulfilled the objective of his speech, that is showing compelling body language. So kudos to you in this. He's shown a good confidence on stage. Sentence structure is also crisp while he was speaking, and everyone can easily understand this. Also, I feel that audience feel engaged throughout the speech, so it was also good. Pace of speech is fine. I don't find any kind of issue. He also used good poses, and eye contact is also good. I noticed that he covered all the audiences in all the directions, so this is also great. And this time, as I have witnessed all his speech, and this one I noticed he also shown a good stage movement. He's not like standing here only. He moving on the all the stage. He covered all the stage. Now come to the story part. He started with how he achieved peace, and he also shared a moment where he was registered on Vipassana website, and this bring humor to all the audiences, and this was great. He make everyone feel engaged. First, he shared his personal story, experiences of how he achieved peace himself, and breath observation in Vipassana classes. So this is also good. Everyone can relate to it and can utilize it in their day-to-day activity. Now come to recommendations. I figure out that I noticed that his finger is crossed during the speech. He is like this only and this thing. So I think if he can show his hand more open, then he can explain thing in a more better way. And second thing in recommendation, I noticed that he ran out of time in the end. So if he, although his speech was structured properly, he has covered every aspect of speech, but if he close it or he can cut out few part of it and cover the whole speech in time, that would be better. Vocal variety and the third thing is vocal variety could be improved, since this is past part of his objective, speech objective. And I think since he used the same tone throughout the speech, so it could be improved. So in the end, I think Toastmaster Lokendra is a good speaker, and by including this recommendation, we are going to witness a prolific speaker in MCTC in coming days. So this is all from my end. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So, thanks Anurag for the feedback. So now we will move on to next evaluator of the day, Toastmaster.
Speech title, that is Happy New Year. When I looked at the speech title last night, I was just wondering whether the speaker is going to talk about New Year resolutions, or how did he himself celebrate New Year, or how we all celebrated New Year. But no, he talked something totally different, though it was related to New Year resolutions, but not exactly New Year resolutions. So this is one of the good quality of a good speaker, that how do you select your speech title and how do you leave an impact on your audiences. Number 2, audience engagement. So it was not only like he was engaging the audiences, he was able to crack the jokes. Like someone, Toastmaster Piyush said that my New Year resolution is related to my health. Then he at the same time mentioned, you work with a health company, don't you want help your own company? So this is something that I could observe here, that he had a good presence of mind. In prepared speeches generally, the speaker comes up with a prepared speech. If he is able to relate the things what are going on the in this room, then it creates lot of impact. The third thing, the speech had clear messages like you have quantifiable goals, you have good planning, which is easy to do. Then the third and the toughest part is execution. That everybody is good in planning, and there are certain tools available which help you in planning, but there is nothing which helps you in execution. That is something that comes from inner self. Then he shared interesting facts that 80% people do leave their New Year resolution in mid of the fifth. That I really did not know. Then he told us about compounding effects, that how does it impact. Overall speech was good. Only few recommendations I do have. Number one is, somewhere I felt like I have heard a lot and I have witnessed many times that good speakers do speak not from their mouth. They do speak from their heart, they do speak from their belly. If you put your lot of energy, all the energy on the stage, and you speak from your belly, then it creates lot of impact. Add some little bit drama. We are Toastmasters, we are not truth masters. If you add little bit drama to your speech, it creates long-term impact on the audiences. Overall, it was a good speech. I enjoyed it thoroughly. With these two recommendations, I believe that Toastmaster Ankit can take it to next stage. With that, all the best to Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Sonu, for sharing the real evaluation of Toastmaster Ankit's speech. Now I will call upon our Toastmaster Dipanshu for evaluating Aparna's speech.
There is one ability of Toastmaster Aparna that I have always admired as a public speaker and learned from, right from her first speech, Icebreaker, that she always starts her speech really, really well. You will never find her starting a speech with so, well, ah. She either start with a question, either start with a good quote, or directly start with her own story. Today also she started with yes or no. Something we can learn from this is that it is always recommended for any speech, be it the Toastmasters or beyond, that have your beginning and conclusion really well prepared, because it will help you remain confident on the stage, and second, it will help remove all the unexpected situations which can arise nervousness on the stage. Second thing that I found impeccable today in Toastmaster Aparna's speech was her storytelling skills, as was her project too. It had all the necessary qualities of a great story. She had a beautiful setup. She told about Buzo, all her situations. And one of the most important part of her story is the conflict part. She really put it really well. You know, when Buzo fell from second floor, we all could feel the emotions. And in the end, what makes a story great is that the speaker ends with some value for the audience, which Toastmaster Aparna's speech really had. Now coming to the recommendation, I had two for Toastmaster Aparna. First is, I recommend for the speaker to have long pauses. For example, I hope you all have observed when he spoke about, when Buzo had an unfortunate accident, or when a mother said that it's your fault, you are responsible. I recommend to have at least 7 to 10 seconds of long pause. Let the audience have the emotions too in them. What it does is that it makes the audience crave for what is coming next. Just like a good movie, a good suspense movie. So if you are putting something which has so strong emotion, have a long pause. Let audience feel what you are trying to say. Second thing that I would recommend Toastmaster Aparna is to have a more broader and more decisive message. Her message of love is action. I think it's applicable to every relationship, be with your spouse, be with your kids, or be with your employees, juniors or seniors. So having not just applicable to pets, applicable to everyone. So this is my personal opinion that having a broader message or a more decisive message will add more value to the audience, and the speaker and the audience can take something back from the speech. Overall, to summarize, I love the way she always starts her speech, something we can learn from. The storytelling skills, the setup, the body, the conflict, and the conclusion. And I think with the recommendation, as always, with the message of having a long pause and having a broader message, Toastmasters Aparna is definitely one of the fine speakers we have at ACDC. Thank you.
So now I will call upon our evaluator, Ankit, who will be evaluating. Abhishek, sorry. Abhishek, sorry.
So, now, so if I look at the speaker, Toastmaster Silvi is one of the perfect speaker of our club. And whenever I see him, he's coming into the stage and delivering the speech, you can find a energy, one kind of passion which can generate and engage the audience towards his speech. So he started with the selection of the topics, that is full none. That created curiousness among the audience. Like, what is the inside the topics? Whether it is hilarious or not. So something that I get started coming in my mind. But with the course of time, you can find out how he coordinate the topics, the speech title with his entire story. In the first half, you cannot coordinate. I was even not coordinating what was the title and what was the content of the speech she was delivering. But at the end, in the last 30 seconds, he explained the mirror and the speech, the title, like Tultun Nannan is all about the shadow, no good. At that time, he grabbed the entire story at the time. That the face of the entire title come at that moment. At that moment in my mind. So this is how a Bill speaker delivered the story, correlate the title of the speech with the entire content that she delivered. Then, to capture the audience, the engagement part, he started with the coming up with the plane or one kind of like the plane he has in his hand. So that is one way to capture the audience attention, like asking the audience whether it is a plane or bird. So that is, and giving two different area, like it can be plane or bird, based on the movements she has shown. So that is one way he engaged the audience in the first 30 seconds. And that is where once you get the audience engaged, you can earn out for the entire speech. And third, the personal story. Yes, she has very used the personal story of the gym and finding out that whether he is going to miss India pumpkin and anything else. And at that moment, when she was using this same hand, you can find out the stage movement of Silvi. He used the Miss India over there, pumpkin over there, and then anything else over there. So that is where he used the entire stage very well by delivering the speech at the specific point where it is needed. Now coming to the mirror part, she will use the mirror part. If you over there, if you look at it, and the speech title is perceived speech. So over there, as it for me, when from the last 30 years, 28 years, I used to find that mirror is always giving the reality checks of the people. But see, we will explain that today in this world, the mirror are using in different way. Like the most are using mirror to show the fitness of your work. Like the different, only the telling us a different story, not the reality checks. So that is where she used that. His speech title has been connected over there at that moment. So see, Weber has used that skill set over there of connecting the title and with the mirror. And if I look on the area of improvement, if I look on, so in doing the entire speech, I found out that she was giving 70% of his eye contact and his attention over only the 60% of the audience that is right over there and 30% to this side. So that is from my side that one recommendation is that use the entire audience keep looking at from the left to the right side. Although Silvi has used the W structure over there, while when you are coming to the stage and delivering the speech, use the W part. Like first you go over here, then take a back, come to the stage, then go back, come over there, so that you can connect with the entire audience. Here we will use it, but anyhow, someday I can found out that 30% audience has still left where the attention need to be given. That is my for my.
Thanks, Abhishek, for the wonderful evaluation. But I sometimes get confused. So I got confused whether he is evaluating one speaker or two speakers. Sometimes it is he, sometimes it is she. So maybe you can take care in the next time. So with this, we will now call upon our table topic evaluator of the day, Toastmasters 23.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So it's time for the table topics evaluation. The first one to come on stage was Ritvik, and the topic was discuss a memorable challenge that contributed to personal growth. You explained it very well with an example, your childhood, how it was, how naughty you were, and teachers disliked you, and how one incident when you moved to another school and you saw that some of the students getting along with the teachers, and what's the secret behind it. So you explained it very well, took the audio approach, and you explained very nicely. But certain things which I feel you can add is one bit of voice modulation. So when you are speaking, it's in a particular tone. There is no variation. There is no element of surprise and those things. So you can add a bit of those things, and as well as some stage movement. So you're standing over here and speaking. So if you can move a little bit so that you can connect more with the audience, that will help you to improve things. But overall, very good effort. The next was guest Anurag. So imagine a mirror that reflects your strengths and weaknesses. It's a very good, commendable effort. Maybe it's the first time on Toastmasters and coming on stage, and you looked very confident. The way you spoke, at least I couldn't feel that you were nervous. But it's commendable that you came out of your comfort zone, and that's what you said, that you like going out of your comfort zone and push yourself constantly. What I feel that you could have added a bit of an example in a situation in your life where you encountered this kind of thing and you came out of that. So that will help you to get better. So then I think that's it for you. Then this is for the first time there were two people on stage, and I think it's a very good effort, very good idea bringing two people so that more people can get an opportunity. For us, general evaluator can speak more on that. Now the quintessential question, drinker and non-drinker going to a restaurant and whether to split the bill or not. So, and of course when there's veg and non-veg, that battle is always there. But I would like that idea, Harjinder, that he said that on his birthday he will give a treat, and that's how he convinced. I thought that you were going to say I lost my wallet or I forgot to carry my wallet. But that's a good excuse, and you convinced Piyush well. Yeah, I think it's overall it was good. Could have been some ideas you could have also put through Piyush to have a better conversation, maybe kind of a debate. But overall it's fine. Then there were two people from guest. I think Kabil is and I think Kabil and Nidhi. Okay. So the topic was planned an imaginary trip. Now, as far as imagination goes, your imagination was very good, going to the moon. But somehow Kabil he was not in the idea of going out of space. So he decided to stay on Earth. Well,
that was because his mother was
yeah, the idea of going to Goa was fine, but what I would suggest is when you are selecting a location, make sure you know more about that, because Goa is not just about beaches, there are other things also in Goa. There are beautiful churches and historical places and forts, those things are also there. So, but overall, first time coming on stage, it's a very commendable effort, and you did a great job. Okay, next is TM Khushi, and she is telling me to hurry up. Describe a random act of kindness, and the way you gave that example was brilliant. Teaching someone to cook, not doing it yourself, and the lesson that you learned from that one. Within a short span of time, your speech had everything. It had stage movement, body language, voice modulation, everything. You just compacted it in a nutshell within that 1 minute and a half. So excellent. I do not have any recommendations for you.
I forgive your time.
Next one is, last one was guest, Nitin and Abhimanyu. So, talking to a PGN and talking to a pro, the examples what you had given was very nice and good, but I think you could have talked more on that Nitin, that you talked to a pro and what other things happened. You could have spoken more on that one. So that's the end of it, and thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmasters, for the detailed report on table topics. And now I will call upon grammarian of the day, Toastmasters Wisdom.
Hi everyone. So here I am with the report. First of all, I would like to highlight the benefits of good usage of grammar. It will add in your clarity. It avoids the ambiguity in communication. When you have sound grammar, it adds to credibility and it's a respect for your audience. So these are some of my highlights. Here, I would like to start with the report. I have noticed good usage of words. Teetotaler. I heard this word a lot, but teetotaler is a person who never drink alcohol. Unconventional. When you are willing to go against the norm, it's unconventional. Impeccable, with the highest standards. Other usage: gracia, elevate, enlightenment, embrace, profound, embedding, furious. There are some words which are simple, but there are some improper pronunciation which were noticed. Sown, it's shown. Vacation. Something. What to do, what I do. Some grammatical errors noted. Elevate your life. There were some instances where there was a story which was being presented in the past. So instead of using I will, we will, I had, we had, use in the past tense. Learn Spanish. Has covered, so it should be in the past. I has covered. Third, just as Toastmasters general evaluator told about the use of gender whenever you are talking to a female, it should be she, not he. So this is all from my report. Thank you.
So now I will call upon Toastmaster Ankita for the report.
Yeah, here is my report. For his prepared speech, Loken said so 1 time, TM Ankit so 7 times, A 3 times, Aparna A one time, A one time, sorry. And for table topic, then Anurag, A one, two times. Then TM Harjinder, for two times or A one time. And Kevin and Nidhi, then good, then there were no so and a. Khushi, so one time, A one time. For evaluation, TM Anurag, A one time, and so 5 times, and TM Prithvish, A 10 times, and so 2 times. Thank you.
Now I will call upon timer of the day.
Hello everyone. The timer's report is not very well. Not a okay report. Okay, so the joke master Siddharth, he took 3 minutes 19 seconds and his allotted time was 2 minutes. So sorry to say you are disqualified. And journal evaluator, Toastmaster Harjinder, he is on time. His allotted time was 5 minutes and he took 4 minutes 50 seconds. And about speakers, everyone's time was 7 minutes, but only Lokender, he exceeded the time, 7 minutes 40 seconds. Sorry to say you are disqualified. And Toastmaster Ankit, he took 7 minutes 15 seconds, Aparna took 7 minutes 9 seconds, and Toastmaster Shilpi took 7 minutes 10 seconds. And table topics, everyone was on time. Toastmaster Ritvik took 1 minute 48 seconds. And Anurag guest took 2 minutes 9 seconds, Harjinder 2 minutes, and Piyush 2 minutes. And Nidhi and Kevin took 2 minutes 10 seconds. And the last duo took 2 minutes. Evaluators, table topic evaluators took 5 minutes 30 seconds. That is on time. And others, Abhishek, he exceeded the time. Allotted time was 3 minutes and he took 4 minutes 11 seconds. Sorry to say, but you stand disqualified. And our counter allotted time was 3 minutes and Toastmaster Ankita, you took 48 seconds. You are disqualified.
So, thanks evaluators, table topic evaluators, and the track team for giving the feedback to us. So I will also summarize, give my inputs. So I will start with from the timer. So timer gave a detailed report and she clearly informed about qualification. You are qualified or you are not qualified. So it was a good report by timer. And then coming on to our counter, I feel that the report would have been more elaborative. I could found many so's in Ankit's speech also, so you could have enacted also him so. There are many so's in Ankit's speech always. And then coming on to grammarian report, so grammarian covered, I'm also using many so's. So comments about good uses as well as improper pronunciation, and he also informed about grammatical errors. And I feel that he could have more given feedback regarding subject verb agreement. I will maybe separately discuss considering the time. And then table topic evaluators report was quite detailed. And for Abhishek, I have given already the feedback. An evaluator, Toastmaster Dipanshu, gave a detailed report and he highlighted, he gave very structured evaluation basically with bullet points and he elaborated on that. So it was wonderful evaluation by Toastmaster Dipanshu as well as Sonu, Toastmaster Sonu also. She explained covered all the topics. And our first evaluator also pointed out good improvement, but I think he could have maybe structured more his speech. So as an evaluator also we are giving speech here, so he could have improved. And speech feedbacks, all the speech evaluators are speech, all the speeches are being evaluated by evaluators, so they have got feedbacks. So, and also I thank Toastmaster of the day, Vivekanand, for sharing this a beautiful insight on this working on yourself. So with this, I conclude on my report and I will hand over my stage to the presiding officer.
I hope you had a great experience and learned something from the meeting, right?
Yes.
I would like to thank Toastmaster Vivekanand for taking the role at the last moment and sharing something insightful today. I would also like to thank all the role players, general evaluators and evaluators, and all the speakers, participants for making the meeting full of enjoyment and learning. Voting links are shared. I request you all to please do vote.
Not yet.
Just a second.
There were so many disqualifications.
Yeah, that's why we were engaging.
I also request the members to share the QR code with the guests so that they can also vote.
Till that time, they can share their feedback.
Next
If you don't want to say that.
Great suggestion. Let us start with the feedback from the guests. Anybody would like to share any suggestion, any feedback, what you liked, disliked from the meeting? Anybody? Or should I point it out? Sir, you can start.
This is the first time I'm coming to such a meeting. It was definitely interesting to hear everybody speak. There are definitely pros and cons, things I can take away from this meeting. It was also a good platform for me to speak to. So, good experience.
Thank you. Would you like to share something?
Yeah. It was actually pretty good attending this one. I could see people, like there were speakers who have been here for some time, and you could see how it was more impactful that way, and you can actually grow in such a platform. Prepare speeches as well as thinking on your toes. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Ma'am, would you like to share something?
As a student, he may learn from this platform. I would like to continue here. We'll see.
Thank you. Anybody else would like to share anything? Yes, sir.
So this is actually my third Toastmaster club attending as a guest. So this is a great place. I came here and the major takeaway is the word of the day or the words the Toastmaster use. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. I see a big vibrant here. It's a great team and we are very fortunate to have this team and to put my son here. Kavi Garu, who gave topics, table topic, right? That's true. And lot of collaboration is there, new words, there is an opportunity to learn new words. You guys are working in it. Thank you very much.
For the guest, if you have any queries, you want to discuss anything, you can connect with the VP membership, Toastmaster Abhishek, or you can connect with the president. Yeah. Has everyone voted?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have the results, Toastmaster Hanra? Okay, so before we have the results, let's go to announcements. We have launched our new website. I request you all to please go through it, share some feedback or suggestion, what we can add or what we can remove from the website.
Can you share the link?
It is already shared on the group, but we'll share it again. Next week, we will have EC installation. So I request you all to please attend the meeting. Know your club officers so that if you have any issues, have any feedback or suggestion, you can connect with the club officers. Otherwise, the president is always just a ping away. And as you know, in the first week of February, we will have international speech contest. I hope you have started with the speech. We will also have a session on the how you can create the speech and on the contest, maybe next week or next to next week. I also request all the role players to be on time. If you are running late, just let us know on the group. Well, that is it. Is the result ready?
Yeah, we are just.
Okay. Any members? I would request you want to share anything. Since we have time. Yeah, the eligibility criteria for the contest is you must have completed level 2, at least level 2. So, at least level 2 requirement is there. I think we have a lot of members who have completed. So, I expect a lot of participations. Any other queries?
Any other criteria?
Must be paid member.
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Must be a paid member.
Yeah, you should be a paid member. Otherwise,
Member is the
Level
then
2,
he
you
has to be
can't
paid
do this
only.
without the membership.
yes, but if you are a guest and maybe you are reinstating and you want to participate, just register with the club so that you can participate into the contest. There is no age criteria, so anybody can participate from any background.
किसी से criteria बता रहे हो आप?
He's so busy.
I'm busy figuring out the.
If you still have any queries or something, you can always connect with the president after the meeting.
Oh, there is a like an induction session, right? Or EC members?
Yeah, next week.
Next week. Yeah.
Okay, finally we have the results. Let's start with the best auxiliary role player. We had Toastmaster Rhythm as grammarian, Toastmaster Ankita as accounter, but she was disqualified. Then we had Toastmaster Khushi as the timer. Who do you think is the best auxiliary role?
Then we have DT as well, right?
It is fine. Just name the auxiliary role. Yeah, it goes to Toastmaster Khushi.
हो गया ना?
Now the best role player. We had Toastmaster Vivekanand as the Toastmaster of the day. We had Toastmaster Siddharth as Toastmaster, but he was disqualified. We had Toastmaster Rajendra as general evaluator. Who do you think?
Vishal.
Yeah, we also had Toastmaster Vishal
Toastmaster
as
Rahul.
table topic master.
As a protocol, even joke master has overshot time, but he should be eligible for voting. There is only a speaker and table talk, prepared speech and table talk topic. These two things should be bound by time.
Cool. From the next time onwards, we will take care of this. It goes to Toastmaster Vivekanand. Now the best evaluator. We have Toastmaster Anurag. Yes, it goes to Toastmaster Dipanshu. best table topic speaker.
Khushi.
Yes, it goes to Toastmaster Khushi. Thank you. Now, the most awaited award.
Toastmaster Shilpi.
There were 4 speeches. Toastmaster Lokendra obviously was disqualified. Then we had Toastmaster Ankit, Toastmaster Aparna, and Toastmaster Shilpi. Who do you think is the best speaker?
Selfie.
Yes, it goes to Toastmaster Shilpi. Now, a big round of applause for all of us. With this, I announce the meeting as closed. Let's have a group picture.
Please follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn. Subscribe us on YouTube.
From the PR.
You go there. I have to click this, right?